Hello, this is Caleb with Garvin Sewer Service. I'm at 7911 Maria Street. I'm having some camera issues, so it didn't take the video, it didn't record it, even though it said it was. It gave me an error code. So we're going to attempt to do it from, we're at the city now, 85 feet away. The distance on the lower left-hand side of your screen is how far we are from the bottom of the sweep to the outside city. So, to kind of reiterate what we did, and I'll try to be as thorough as possible because I explained a lot in the last video that didn't get recorded. So I used 2-inch blades on a 5/8 machine in the 2-inch line. The 2-inch line comes and meets the line for the sewer, and I'll show you where that's at. Had a lot of scale there as well as the sewer itself. I used in the sewer, once I cleared the 2-inch line, pushed all that scale to the sewer, I used blades, and then I used a whip to push all the dislodged scale. There was so much scale in both 2-inch and the 3-inch independently of each other and then together that, I mean, it was going to cause a block. It was filling up the drain about halfway, whether it's the 2-inch drain or the 3-inch drain. And that was PVC. We just went to ABS. So we did have a couple of spots where the scale got hung up and we had to really fight to get it out, but I was able to use a whip and purging the house, which means running a lot of water in the house, to push all that scale out. So I'm very happy with the results. I think it's probably one of the best descaling cleaning work I've done in my going on 5 years doing this. So I'm really happy with how that turned out. So the drain's in good condition. Took a little longer than we wanted to. One, because of the camera issues, but two, because of the distance of the line, the amount of the scale for one. Kind of just made it hard. I did not add any extra charge time, but obviously you're seeing that there's nothing in the line now, and we're really focused on the spots coming up here because that's where it got hung up. Right here we have really good pitch. There's no standing water. And then right here we have PVC. Just a little bit of standing water here, just ever so minuscule, and you can see a little bit of dust from some scale there, but very, very, very minuscule. It's impossible to get that little bitty section. In fact, a flush might get it. I do want to point out here is where we're about to go from cast to PVC. We're in PVC right now, and then go from PVC to ABS. Around here, kind of a lower spot that the scale got hung up in. That would have caused a block. Luckily, that low spot I'm saying isn't a belly or nothing to worry about. It's just with all that scale, it would have been bad. So right here is where all that scale came from. We'll push forward. And it was all set in here after I dislodged it, which is why I used the whip. And then it was throughout here. And then after it got to the ABS, there was a little bit set in here too, but then over the course of very many runs, at least 4, but I was really going back and forth a lot. Scale was kind of moving inch by inch until it hit that ABS and then really took off. So right here, it looks like outside risers, clean outs for outside. And I do want to say that I looked outside and did not see them. So they must be buried for the cleaning purposes of today. Cleaning from inside would have still probably been your best bet to push all that scale out. But if somebody flushes in the future too much toilet paper, that might be a good way to go. However, this clean out downstairs will be just as fine as well. It's just something to note. Pulling out the camera to kind of clean out the head of my camera a little bit. And I'm going to stick it down just to give you a second look at the scale. I apologize, the scale portion of this line is at the tail end of the video because of that recording debacle. And as you can see here, we got a really nice hollowed out bored line. There's still going to be little bumps on the sides. This natural calcium, magnesium. Right here we have a little bit of, it looks like a crack, but I've decided it's a little bit of trough. So we have a good section of pipe all the way to the PVC. And there's nothing else to clean, so that's really good. Oh, and I do want to point out that whenever this line Ys into this straight shot that we have, right after that is where our kitchen and floor drain join us from. You can't see it, but when I run water from the sink, you can see it coming out right over here. We're coming up on it. You're not gonna be able to see it, but it's somewhere coming up on the right side because where is it at? Too farther back than I anticipated. So it's like we're Ying into this section right here, or that's just a 45, or kind of a funny Y. But then right here on the right, you can't see it, but there must be a Y next to a Y. That's where the floor drain in the kitchen's coming from. So all the scale from there dumped into that section right there, and we pushed out all the scale collectively all the way out to the street. If there's any other questions with this job, give Garvin Sewer Service a call. My name is Caleb. Thank you for your time.